Clean Slate Productions and Anshay Lal presents Phillauri. Namaste, I'm Grishma and I welcome you to the IndiCineGlitz channel. The movie begins with a young man named Kanan who has returned to India from Canada to marry his childhood sweetheart Anu. The families of both Kanan and Anu are happy and excited about this marriage, but Kanan is confused about getting married so early but has to agree due to the family pressure. Both the families are preparing for their wedding. Meanwhile, during the horoscope matching, it was revealed that Kanan is Manglik. According to Hindu belief, marrying a Manglik is considered disastrous, and to avoid this trouble, Kanan first has to marry a special type of tree which will have to be cut down after the marriage. While Kanan finds this ridiculous, his family is serious and performs the ceremony of getting him married to a tree. As soon as the tree is cut down, Kanan encounters a female ghost named Shashi who is puzzled to find herself in his house. She asks Kanan why he brought her there. Horrified, Kanan, while remembering his ancestors and deities, manages to tell her that he has just been married to a tree. Shashi then tells him that that tree has been her home for the past many years, and since a human can marry only a human, Kanan got married to the ghost of a human living on that tree. This means Shashi is now his wife and is bound to him till his death. Kanan gets even more terrified to hear that. He apologizes and begs her to leave, but Shashi tells him that the tree that houses her has been cut down and now she is stuck with him. Kanan then asks her if there is any other way to free her other than his death, and whether if she has a real home, any town or family to go back to. Shashi then goes back to her past when she used to live in a village called Phillauri, along with her elder brother Kishan. One day, Shashi's friend Amrit brings her a newspaper that publishes poems of emerging poets every week, in which Shashi is always eager to read the poem of a poet named Phillauri. Although Phillauri's identity is hidden, everyone in the village believes that the poems have been written by Rooplal, a popular singer in the village, which he never refutes but always boasts about. Rooplal likes Shashi and recites a poem in the market one day to impress her. This makes Shashi angry. She slaps him, and since it was the era of India's freedom fighting, she tells him not to use his talent to impress girls, but to connect with the people and be their voice. Shashi's words make a deep impact on Rooplal. One night, he sings Phillauri's poetry in despair. After hearing his soulful voice, Shashi comes there and tells him that she is the one who writes the poems under the pseudonym of Phillauri, which she has hidden even from her brother. Since then, Rooplal has begun to change. Now he has started singing the poems of Phillauri in melodious tunes. Seeing the change in him, Shashi also starts sending him her new poems, which he is popularizing by singing them from village to village. And thus, love begins to blossom between the two. Meanwhile, Shashi receives a letter that a music album is being made on Phillauri's poetry, for which she has to go to Amritsar city. But Shashi wants Rooplal to go as Phillauri and make a music album which will be named as Phillauri, as women were not allowed to work outside in the conservative society of that time, to which Rooplal agrees. After some days, Kishan learns about Shashi's affair, which angers him. He sees Rooplal as a drunkard and a careless man and doesn't consider him worthy of his sister. But Rooplal promises Kishan to change himself and become worthy of her. He tells him about Shashi's poetry, which is now popular across the state, and that he is leaving for Amritsar to earn money and popularize Shashi's work all over the world. But he asks Kishan to give his consent to marry Shashi on the auspicious day of Baisakhi, when he will return, and then he leaves for Amritsar. Rooplal makes a gramophone record of Phillauri's poetry in his soulful voice in Amritsar, from which he earns a lot of money. He sends all the money to Kishan, which makes Kishan realize his commitment to his promise, sincerity, and his love for Shashi. He consents to their marriage and starts preparation for their wedding on the day of Baisakhi as promised by Rooplal. Meanwhile, in the present day, Kanan can't hide his frustration. He's already troubled by his early marriage, and top of that, he's haunted by a female ghost who is visible only to him. His strange behavior and often talking to himself worries the family members. One day, Anu asks him the reason for his trouble. Kanan then admits that the marriage is taking place without his consent and he needs some more time to get married and settle down in life. Anu gets hurt after hearing him. She reminds him that she always supported him whenever he needed it. Especially when he went to Canada for a job, he did not return for 3 years. Yet, she kept waiting for him only because she loves him. And even after waiting for so many years, he doesn't seem serious about the relationship nor care about her feelings. So she feels insulted. She knows that Kanan loves her, but she's hurt by his indifference and carelessness in life. Finally, their wedding day arrives, but there is a rift between them. Anu is dejected on her wedding day. Kanan wants to talk to her, but now she is not interested in talking to him anymore. Seeing their dilemma, Shashi decides to help and reveals herself to Anu so that she can know that Kanan is not lying about the ghost. Anu gets scared seeing the ghost, but Kanan calms her down and tells her everything about her. He now knows how much Shashi struggled to get her love and realizes how lucky he is to have Anu by his side. He apologizes to Anu for his behavior and is now ready to marry her. Shashi blesses them and wishes them a happy married life. Anu then asks Shashi if she had any wish which was never fulfilled, due to which she turned into a ghost. Shashi then returns to her past where preparation of her wedding are going on. Just a few days before her wedding, Shashi learns that she is pregnant, the news which she is eager to share with Rooplal. Finally, the wedding day arrives and everyone is waiting for Rooplal's arrival. But even after the nightfall, Rooplal didn't return and is nowhere to be found. Due to this betrayal, Kishan gets embarrassed in front of entire village and Shashi breaks down. Pregnant Shashi knows that her society will never accept an unwed mother and will make life difficult for her and her family. To avoid further suffering and embarrassment, Shashi commits suicide that very night by hanging herself from a tree, and because of her unfulfilled desire, she became a ghost and lived on the same tree for the past 98 years. Just then, Anu's grandmother comes there and gifts the family jewels to Anu. She then asks Kanan to tell his bride how beautiful she is and what she means to him. Shashi then recites one of her poem to Kanan, which she presents to Anu, making her emotional and feel loved. Anu's grandmother then hums a song, to which Shashi gets surprised. She asks Kanan to inquire about that song. Grandma then shows a record to Kanan and tells him that it's her favorite album. It was a gramophone record called Phillauri with the names of both Rooplal and Shashi, and the year of publication was 1919 written on it. Shashi is happy seeing her record, but Kanan is now lost in thoughts. He asks Shashi about her wedding date when Rooplal was supposed to return. Shashi says that it was the Baisakhi day of the year 1919. Hearing that, both Anu and Kanan leave their wedding and start running away in the car, heading for a special destination. When Shashi asks the reason for their sudden escape, the movie flashback to Rooplal in Amritsar, who is returning to Philo for his wedding and thanking his friend Guru Baksh Singh for making his music album. Guru Baksh then invites him to a gathering in a nearby garden until it's time for his train, to which Rooplal agrees to come. Both of them reach a garden called Jallianwala Bagh, where people are gathered to celebrate Baisakhi. A meeting is also happening to raise the voice against the atrocities of British rule. After some time, Rooplal bid farewell to Guru Baksh and set out to return home. Just then, British military officer General Dyer arrives there with a regiment of soldiers. He declares the gathering anti-government and orders his soldiers to open fire on them. The Jallianwala Bagh massacre is a historical incident that occurred on 13 April 1919 in Amritsar city of Punjab state, India. A peaceful assembly attended by men, women and children was massacred by the colonial British government under General Dyer, killing about thousands and seriously injuring 1,200. After this brutal massacre, The ongoing freedom struggle in India intensified and anger erupted among Indians against British rule. Jallianwala Bagh is considered as a turning point in the Indian independence struggle, eventually resulting in India's independence from the British in 1947. Today, the Jallianwala Bagh has been converted into a memorial to honor those who killed in this massacre and to symbolize India's freedom struggle. And Rooplal, who was returning to home to marry Shashi, gets shot in this massacre and dies while remembering Shashi. Shashi, who till now believed Rooplal a betrayer, is shocked to hear the truth. Kanan brings Shashi to the Jallianwala Bagh Memorial, where she sees the spirits of thousands of people killed in that massacre. She starts looking for Rooplal among them, and after some time, Rooplal's spirit appears before her while singing her poem. And finally, Shashi gets reunited with her love. And thus, the unfulfilled desires of the two to meet each other are fulfilled, and their souls, wandering in the mortal world, are set free. Before departing, Shashi thanks Kanan and Anu for reuniting them and asks them to live happily and cherish each other. After their departure, Kanan promises to keep Anu happy and be with her in odds and evens. Anu beams with joy and hugs him. And with this, the movie ends. So this was our favorite movie of the day. If you find this movie streaming in your country, then be sure to watch it. Do tell us your opinion in the comment section and don't forget to like, share and subscribe our channel. Take care.